Come on. Time goes so fast before you know it. One day you were ditching school, the next day pumping fuel. Gonna take a drive and cruise nice and slow. Gonna jump into my pickup truck and see how well she goes. But people throw out old stuff to buy new. Well, here is something everyone can do. Shake the dust off it. I'm gonna lose some weight on the hard way. I'm gonna dust up my old push bike. I'm gonna ride my blues away. Gonna take a call on a real telephone. Well, these damn old mobile phones work my fingers to the bone. Well, people throw out old stuff to buy new. Well, here is something everyone can do. Shake the dust off it, a little polish and spin. Shake the dust off it. Oh, see what you will find from you swimming off to your first kiss underneath that Georgia pine. Don't leave your memories lying in the ditch. Shake the dust off it. I'm gonna ride back home on an old notepad. I'm gonna give it to the postman. I'm gonna send him on his way. I'm gonna clean these boots. I'm gonna head on out. Oh, I'm gonna two-step with my baby the way she likes to do. The people throw out old stuff to buy new. Well, here is something everyone can do. Shake the dust off it. Oh, come on, shake it. That fancy car you drive around in, my friend. Oh, what's it worth when you're all alone? In a house on a hill, you would call your home. Something that money can't buy. Oh, Lord, the couch dropped deep inside. Yeah, man, it makes me feel alive. Body feel alive. 'Cause I'm rich with friends. I'm gonna live my life until the end. Because I'm rich like a king. Because I'm rich with friends. There's something that money can buy. Oh, I'll shop deep inside. Yeah, man, it makes me feel alive. Oh, I feel alive. Because I'm rich with friends. I'm gonna live my life until the end. Because I'm rich like a king. Because I'm rich with friends. Good fancy car, no diamond ring, no house upon that hill. Just to know get by with my friends, well, that's all that I need, yeah. 'Cause I'm rich with friends.
Hey, Cole, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, mate. Good. Welcome back to another fortnight edition of HouseBound, because that's what we are. We are housebound, not going anywhere, got nothing to do but put together a show.
Episode 2, baby.
You're episode 2, and we've got our first international artist on tonight's show, all the way from New Zealand.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you nervous?
I'm excited, mate.
Makes me want to drink.
Cheers.
Here's cheers.
Hey,
here's cheers,
everybody.
Facebook world, live stream world. It's awesome. We got some great guests on tonight's show, mate. We have Fiona and Marco Shea. They're going to perform for us. We're going to catch up with them and see what it's like in lockdown or in housebound for those guys. We got Phil and Lana Dublé from New Zealand. We'll check out what's happening over in across the waters, and a good friend of both of ours, Mr. Chris Popeye McKenzie, a artist and sculpturist and cigar smoking, hat wearing legend from Mullaney. So we got a good show today, man. How are you doing? All right?
Yeah, good, mate. I'm excited. I've obviously I'm very familiar with Fiona and Phil and what they do, but I've never seen them play live, so I'm really excited because obviously, you know, we're always playing live ourselves. Well, not anymore, but hopefully soon again. But I'm excited to see these guys perform and kick back and have some fun. Hey, Mandy, how you doing?
We got some people on, mate. It's good to have you all. I know it's a busy night. Friday night on streaming world is just crazy busy. The internet is just having a hard time trying to keep up with country music or music alone. I think tonight there's something like 10 country music artists on right now, launching their CDs or doing something or singing songs and whatever. So we might have to do an early morning show.
No, I can't do that, Cole. You know me in the morning, mate.
I would love
here. It's been really hot here today. I've got to have the fan blowing. I'm fixing my hair like this. It's really hot tonight.
I think you have the fan blowing so you get that the wavy hair thing happening.
Maybe.
I was actually not going to wear my hat today and show my new hairdo, but I'm going to hold off. I've got containment syndrome. My hair's all long and it's crazy days. But yeah. So
how mate, are you doing?
I've been good, mate. It's I'm probably one of the lucky few. I don't know how I'd handle this back 10 years ago when I was single and I've got kids and Nell and I've got a lot that keep me occupied. But I don't know if I was on my own how I'd handle this. So yeah. Anyway, but I'm cruising along, mate. Wearing my AC/DC shirt for our
Oz. It's Oz, folks. If you didn't know, it's Oz music T-shirt day today. This is one when we can tour. This is one I wear basically when we're traveling to who knows where. This is my favorite one. Sorry, I'm not holding my.
We'll have to get Kevin Bennett on the show, mate. He is an absolute legend, songwriter, legend in the industry.
Absolutely phenomenal. So. Yeah,
so very much so.
Happy Oz Music T-shirt day.
Yes, and the purpose of it is to raise awareness. Was back to raise awareness on mental health in the music industry. Now it's to raise money and funds and mental health because the industry at the moment is in shambles with us losing our work. That's why there's so much live streaming happening now, because it's our only gig, our only way of getting out to the people and be heard and keep our music alive, and I suppose keep our sanity, keep our mind occupied on what we do, writing songs, putting stream shows together. And what do you do, mate? What have you been doing? I know you've been working hard teaching.
Yeah, I've been really lucky to be keeping my mind really busy, working for James C. Academy, lecturing, and we've moved everything online. So I'm teaching about 15 vocal students a week and about 5 songwriting students one-on-one, and then I've got ensembles and I've got ear training classes I'm giving. So I've been really busy in my little cave
Hang
here.
on. You've got ear training. What do you train ears to do? Like,
ear training, so oral skills, AURAL. So I really enjoyed that stuff. So we can have an ear training class sometimes do re mi, do re mi. So yeah, no, I've really been enjoying teaching. It's keeping me really busy, and yeah, I've been giving some one-on-one lessons privately as well. So yeah, it's been really good, mate. I've been pretty busy, and like you, hanging with the family. I'm lucky to have a family. I don't know what I would do if I was single, and it'd be a lot of people out there are really lonely, mate. So thinking of those guys, and I feel very blessed to have this little be housebound with my team here. So.
And they're a great team too, mate. All my love to Sky and Sienna and Ethan, if they're watching upstairs.
Thanks, buddy. They might. Hopefully they are. And same to Nell and the boys. How are Nell and the boys going? They're good.
They're doing good, mate. They're in the back here watching something on Netflix. So
awesome.
Diesel wants to make a debut on the show. He said, "Can I go on the show?" I said, "You can go on the show anytime you want." So he might pop out a bit later on and say good day to everyone. But
that'll be good. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, Dave Payne, good to have you on there. We've got a lot of messages here, mate, but we're lagging on the internet. So I'll try and flick through them and say good day to everyone. But let's get our first guest on. What do you reckon?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
So, folks, please make welcome from the Sunshine Coast the lovely couple, Fiona and Mark O'Shea.
Hey.
Hi, how you going?
Hey, Will. Hey, Cole.
Hey, guys, how are you?
There they are.
Good, thanks, Will.
Good, thanks.
Sorry, you go, Cole.
Oh, you're right, mate. You're right. I'll let you go. You're the youngest.
I was saying to Cole just before, Fiona, that I see all the gigs you do on the Sunny Coast all the time, and obviously I can never go because I'm down here in Brisbane and gigging myself. So I've never actually seen you play, so I'm really excited.
Oh, good. Yeah, we've been keeping pretty busy up until I think it was March 13th, and overnight that was it. The next 3 months of gigs that I've been working my butt off to book just got cancelled, but that's the way it goes.
I hear you.
Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. That's just it.
So what is it? What is it like up your way? Tell the folks where you're from and what's it like up your way? How's the feeling and how's people's reactions to all that's going on around us?
Well, it's not too bad. I'm actually quite enjoying it. Is that a bad thing? I kind of think maybe, I'm very mindful of all the people that are suffering and are doing it tough for sure. But I'm also using it as an opportunity to pick up where we sort of left off with all the admin work and getting my songs out onto Amazon and all Spotify and all of that kind of stuff. And, there's a whole heap of stuff, cooking, exercising.
And full-time school teacher.
Yeah, homeschooling.
Mark, you're a full-time school teacher?
No, Fiona's become a full-time school teacher, homeschooling now. So, no, I've still got a part-time job and also have a trade, so I can, hack our way through this without any sort of real major dramas. It's certainly, we just have to make adjustments to suit, really.
We just roll with the punches.
Yeah, you just got to do what's got to be done.
Like us all, mate. My wife, she's owns a hair salon. So when they were making the announcements on what they were shutting down in that area, and hairdressers weren't mentioned, we were sitting in bed at 10 o'clock at night, and they didn't mention it. And we're looking at each other, going, "It looks like you're the primary income earner, darling. Off you go." So it's she's been working hard. It's pretty stressful because it is very close contact in her job. So she works with a lot of elderly, has a lot of elderly clients. So her whole regime's changed with hygiene, which has always been clean, but just even 15 minutes between each client, just going through the whole salon and sterilising, and then the next client comes in. So I think she spends more time sterilising the room than she does actually cutting hair. So, but luckily we have that because I'm officially unemployed, and now a full-time teacher, which I really feel sorry for my kids learning anything from me. there's a lot of mud pies being made, and we go out and they say, "Can we do some woodwork?" I give them a nail, a bit of wood, and a hammer, and say, "Off you go, build me something."
How's the teaching going for you guys? How old are your littlies?
Oh, we've got two girls which are older, and so they're at uni, so they kind of sort themselves out, which is good. So we've only got Daniel, and he's almost 13. He's in year 8.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it's pretty good. We consider ourselves to be pretty lucky considering. Yeah,
you got a bit of algebra or something in there? If he's like, what's that, year 8 or that kind of thing, or what are we talking?
I don't do maths.
I do the maths.
I don't do maths either.
Yeah, I'm not real good at it, but I'm good enough to bluff my way through grade 8 maths. When we hit grade 10, it all starts to go downhill from there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I got a times table board up on the wall that I've actually put sticky notes over the answers. So when I tell them what's 8 times 8, I can look at the answer.
Bit of sneaking.
It's like, Dad. So anyway, but the thing is, I think it's making it just enjoyable and as best we can without too much stress. And I think there's a lot of pressure put on people now. And I think what I've taken from this whole pandemic is that families are now getting back together again. We, like us musos, are on the road a lot of the time. We're home now, and I presume there's a lot of full-time touring artists out there that haven't been home this long in a long time, and their kids are probably going, "Hey, Mum, who's this strange guy?" But I think that's the beautiful thing that's going to come out of this is families are going to reconnect. People are going to reconnect internally, and then that will come out when we're all allowed to come out. We'll come out in society. I think we'll be a lot more, happier, I suppose, I hope.
Definitely. I think there will be some changes for the better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simplified lifestyles, that's for sure.
Although Daniel sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Daniel just taught me how to play poker.
Yeah, we're getting really good at cards. We're all the different types of poker too. We're pretty good. We've got the full chip set and everything now.
Cool.
So that's maths taken care of.
Well, we're playing Uno.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So Uno and Monopoly. Monopoly's good.
Oh, we
the
love
old counting stuff, and I can become a really rich landlord really quick. Hey, let's talk about music. You guys, you perform all over the Sunshine Coast. Tell us a bit about your music and how many albums you've got, and let the folks know a little bit about you guys and what you do.
Well, we have 2. Ta-ta!
2 EPs.
Can you see them?
Yep. Beautiful.
Ooh. And so, that one's the debut one, Rose. And then that one is the latest one, Walk Like a Giant. Tricky business. So we recorded that in Harvey Bay with Robbie Mackay.
With the legend, Mr. Robbie Mackay.
Yeah,
my first EP with Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Good guy. And so we put that out, and now I'm trying to do all the, get them out there basically, and figure out how to do that. I'd rather just make music rather than do the business side of things. But and also, is it really the right time? I don't know. Anyway, so we just we really enjoy playing live, and we travel all over the place. It's good fun.
Yep. We like going out to other towns, places like Kingaroy, Gayndah, Mundubba.
We like the country towns.
Yeah, definitely. They're the fun ones.
Are you, so in this time now, are you planning what's coming up in the future? Are you talking to venues? Are you sort of focusing on a end plan to this? Do you sort of go, come July we'll be back on the road, or is this something that isn't coming to? Let's go. Well, sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but things are going crazy here. But yeah, are you planning anything for when this all sort of finishes?
Well, if the pubs open up again, there's definitely some that we had bookings with right through to December. We're pretty sure, because we know them quite well, they'll stick with those. There's a couple of RSLs that are they were actually going to let us play right up to that weekend where you still could play, but you could tell they had hardly any bookings. So we, in a way, let them off the hook and said, look, if you feel uncomfortable about it, I know it's at the last minute, only 2 days to go. We're happy if you didn't want us to come out, which they were relieved about, because they only had, very few bookings for the dinner that night because everyone was starting to shut down. But they've got us coming back as the first acts, hopefully. They sort of promised that. So there's a few things we followed up with, and they should come to fruition.
Well said.
Well, it's this is why we've created HouseBound, and I reckon let's not further ado. Let's get you guys singing some songs, eh?
All righty.
Let's do it.
So, folks,
okay, shall we
please
go?
Please, yeah, you hop up there, get yourself set. Looking forward to it. So, folks, please make welcome for the first time on HouseBound, Piano Jay and the Passenger.
But I gotta do it all on the fly. This is a familiar feeling stirring. I'm just a little restless, just a little restless.
It was in tune when she bought it.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
We'll start off with an Aussie song because it's Aussie T-shirt.
Haze and brick walls won't keep me from you. You can tie me down on a railroad track. You can let that freight train loose. I am bars and big old cars will run me out of town. Well, I'll be damned picking up my pain before the sun goes down. You can lock me up, you can scream and shout, you can try to change your name. But at the end of the day, I'll take you away like a Boston hurricane. Barricades and brick walls won't keep me from you. You can tie me down on a railroad track. You can let that freight train loose. Iron bars and big old cars will run me out of town. Well, I'll be damned if you knock my man before the sun goes down. Well, you can lock me out, you can scream and shout, you can try to change your name. But at the end of the day, I'll take you away like a Boston hurricane. Barricades and brick walls won't keep me from you. You can tie me down on a railroad track. You can let that freight train loose. Iron bars and big old cars will run me out of town. Well, I'll be damned if you knock my man before the sun goes down. So that was Barricades and Brick Walls, as everyone would know. So now we're going to do a couple of original songs. This one's called Big Bang, and it's off Walk Like a Giant, which is available on all digital platforms pretty much. Always living on the safe side, don't give me green grass, baby. Blue skies, tired of putting back in my life. I've been working double shifts, paying the bills. I'm at low days. I've done what's right, I've been nice, but I've had enough of this sacrifice. I wanna be a wild woman, satisfied woman, happy with my life. Woman, right on the seat of my pants, make a big bang. I'm in Star Wars, I'm in bed with every ordinary Monday. Sure, I want more, don't wanna settle, don't wanna be the girl next door. I can't fake it, I can't pretend. I've been down there yesterday, and I heard good things come to those that wait. I got a ticket, but it's running late. I wanna be a wild woman, satisfied woman, happy with my life. Woman, right on the seat of my pants, make a big bang. I'm a volcano about to erupt. You better make a run for it. Hurry up, I'm gonna burst. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna make you shine. Yeah, I'm excited and I don't mind it. I'm taking a risk 'cause I'm a joy addict. I'm gonna wear my too short dress. On my head, slow kiss, have a midlife crisis. I wanna be a wild woman, satisfied woman, happy with my life. Woman, right on the seat of my pants, make a big bang. Right on the seat of my pants, make a big bang. I'm sitting right on the seat of my pants, make a big bang. Nice one. Woo! Alrighty. So we thought we'd do Walk Like a Giant because it's got a really good positive message and we like the vibe. And also it's the title track. So it seemed like a good idea. across this earth, from the sea to the desert, through love and hurt, from corner to corner, to the poor, the cursed, rise at the disco above this girl, shine like a diamond, sing like a siren, run like a lion, walk like a giant. Ringing bells, so loud they're even ringing in hell. Shine like a diamond, sing like a siren, roll like a lion, walk like a giant. Nobody ever dropped it from turning heads. Dare to be different, have no fear. Be bold, be brave like a pioneer. This could be the last frontier. Shine like a diamond, sing like a siren, roll like a lion, walk like a giant. I said, walk like a giant, walk like a giant. Alrighty, thank you.
These are our sponsors. We've got to thank Little Sparrow PR. Hey, Will, I can hear you chewing, mate.
How you doing?
Let's bring the guys back. Because that's what we do. Please back. Oh, they're gone. Hang on. I pressed the button twice.
Oh, and here we are.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. That was awesome. Thanks for being
That was
part of
amazing. Awesome.
Great songs.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, where can they, those little things that were on before us, they're our sponsors, Will. We've got to thank Nellie's Creative Hair and Kaz from Little Sparrow PR for coming on board and supporting our show, and anyone else out there that would like to get in contact with us. That's what we do. We can plug you a little bit. But, hey, guys, where can they buy your stuff?
Pardon?
Sorry, I missed
What
that.
did you say?
You're right. Where can they buy your stuff? Where can they get your CDs from?
Well, if they come to some of our gigs when we get back on the road, that's great. If they can buy a CD, like physical, in person,
Well, they can email you.
we give hugs. Oh, they can email too. Fiona
So go
at
to your Facebook, your Facebook page, send you a message, say, hey, I love what you did on the show.
And I'll post them for free at the moment. We'll post them
free
for free.
postage.
Free postage.
and we spray them with Sani before we send them off.
I was going to say, is it
Locally
is it
made, Sandy. Locally made at the brewery.
like
the pub up the-
Domino's?
Yeah, the brewery started making hand sanitizer.
Oh, your Monday.
No, I think they might, but we get it from the one in Noosa. Noosa, which one is it? The
Okay,
is it
yeah, you're
Noosa?
perfect.
yeah, Land at Sea. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Brewery.
Well, thanks so much, guys. We're going to keep rolling on with the show. Everyone
Thank
say
you.
thank you very much. Fiona O'Shea, Mark O'Shea. So, Mark, you're the passenger, I presume.
I am the passenger. Yep. I just tag along.
Is she a good driver?
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I'm not a backseat driver. I just let her roll.
Awesome. Hey, before we go, we've got to do our lockdown 5, Will. Is that what you're chewing on in the ads? I could hear you chewing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yum.
No, I'm crinkle cut, not thin cut.
Yeah, I'm anything S&V, but I was really enjoying watching and listening to some live music, which
Pretty cool.
feels so rare at the moment. So I was just eating some chips and having my beer and enjoying it.
Good one.
Lockdown 5, folks. What is your lockdown go-to movie?
Oh, Avatar for me. I love that movie.
Ooh.
Avatar, so good. Blew
Do you
my
think they're
brain.
going to bring out a part 2?
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited.
Mm.
I'm waiting. What about you,
They're
Mark?
gonna come out.
Look, my most favourite movie of all time is Once Upon a Time in the West with Charles Bronson and Henry Fonda.
Mhm.
There's just no substitute.
Old school.
Yeah,
Old school
old
Western.
school. That's my favourite.
You got one there, Will?
What about your food? What's your favourite lockdown food?
Ooh.
I like that salty, slightly sweet popcorn by Cobb's. Oh, God,
yep.
that's good. But I also like a lot of food. We love eating.
Is
There
alcohol
is.
classified as food?
Yeah, staple. It's a staple, I think. So yeah.
Blueberries,
safe.
raspberries, and nuts. Roasted almonds.
For me, I'm quite into the Mexican thing at the moment. Whether it's a bean chili based stuff, I've done veggie versions, chili con carne
That's
type
good.
versions.
Are you the cook at home, Mark?
Oh, Fiona does most of it, and I do anytime I cook's a special meal because it's not as often, obviously. So
Mark's specialty is actually in the camp oven over a fire.
I like camp
It's
oven cooking.
awesome.
Yeah, it's good
Really
fun.
good.
All right.
We're coming into camp oven weather now, aren't we?
Yeah,
We'll have to
finally.
get you.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you to do a guest spot on our containment kitchen segment that we've got, or we're launching for the
sure.
first time tonight. So
Yep, we can
we'll have
branch
a chat
out
to
to an
you about
Indian
that.
meal in a camp oven with naan breads and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Oh, look at
Woohoo.
you go! Hey? Now he's getting flash.
All right.
So, all right, talking about drinks, what's your lockdown go-to drink?
Coffee.
Mine's CC and dry.
Coffee.
Oh, look, geez, honestly, at the moment it's probably it is a double espresso. Yeah, I'm just our daughter's a barista. Been doing it for years.
Seriously,
And,
she texts in the morning and say, "Mum, are you ready for your coffee?" I love that girl.
And she gets the grinds just right. She's just a legend. when it comes to that.
Awesome.
She's just perfect. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
What do you got, mate?
Now, when I played on the first one, this wasn't in the list, thank goodness, because I'm not a joke person, but a lockdown joke. This is what's on my thing here. Lockdown. Do you guys have a lockdown joke? Are you guys joke tellers?
I do tell jokes occasionally at gigs when there's like nobody's saying anything, because
I'm just following the script.
The band doesn't talk, so I have to come out with a joke. But they're like the worst jokes ever. Like nobody hardly ever laughs, and if they do, it's kind of just being polite. Like you can hear it in their voice. So I'm not going to, but I think
I might just hand this over to the joke master himself, Cole.
He's saying my joke. All right, I got one for you. A couple get sent to a motel in lockdown. They get sent there. They've been told they've got to quarantine for 14 days, and 24 hours go past, and the guy rings up reception, and he's like, mate, I need your help. My wife's trying to jump out the window. And the receptionist goes, oh, well, mate, I can't help you with that. That's a personal problem. And mate goes, mate, no, I need help. My wife's going to jump out the window. And the receptionist goes, look, I'm the only person here at the moment. We're all in quarantine. I cannot help you. It's a personal problem. You have to deal with that yourself. It's not a maintenance problem. He said, mate, I'm not after you to help my personal problems. I want you to fix the window. It won't open.
good one, Cole. That was really good.
Yay! Yes, that's my lockdown joke. So
thank you.
Panic buy. So we went through the whole scenario. That was something amazing was put on Facebook or on social media yesterday or whatever, which is the main boss from Drake supermarkets, and his response to somebody who's brought back toilet paper and 5,000 litres of hand sanitizer trying to get a refund, and it was just basically stick it up your ass. And good on him for doing that. What is your panic buy?
Go on, you go first.
Well, it's not practical, just chocolate.
Chocolate.
Who doesn't have chocolate? Though, actually, those Wheeze bars with the dark chocolate and the coconut, man, they are so good. Dairy-free, if anyone's dairy-free. Try them out.
My panic buy, I had a semi-panic buy where I bought a couple of extra tins of red kidney beans, which was pretty boring. But my latest panic buy has been all sorts of adapters for computers to adapt this to that, to that, to that, to that. I've got a box full of them now. And I even bought two of the same one in case I couldn't find one. So that was my panic buy.
I think it's a boy.
Nice work.
I've managed to hack this together tonight somehow with adapters on adapters.
Well, you've done a wonderful job. Thanks so much, guys. Get in contact with Fiona and Mark on their Facebook page. Say good on them. Let them know how much you enjoyed tonight's show. Thank you so much for being a part of HouseBound. We'll get you back later in the year. This show is going to keep going. Even when we come out of lockdown, we're going to keep rolling with this show.
Sounds good.
And we'll get you definitely back. So thanks so much, guys. All the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home.
Thanks, guys. Awesome set.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Will. I'm going to go have some chips now. I'm hungry after watching you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I can't help myself.
And we're going to go to our next guest right now. Should be coming up.
Macca.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Macca! Well, it's actually Popeye. It's Popeye.
Popeye, yeah. Whatever. I'm known by many names in different places.
How you going, mate? You doing all right?
I'm doing better than all right, Cole. I'm doing fantastic.
That's good, mate. And listen, so folks know you are not a musician. Your talents lie in the artistry side of things, in sculptures and art. you do brush painting, you do chalk, charcoal. Tell us what you do, mate.
Mate, I draw, I paint, and I sculpt, but mostly I sculpt these days. So, and mainly massive works, sort of 20-ton, 80-ton, really big works, really big pieces of stone or wood, public works. G'day, Will, by the way. How are you, mate?
Macca, how are you, buddy?
I'm very well, mate. Very well.
Oh, it's good to see you. How's that cigar? What are you smoking there?
Very good. It's I don't know, it's a Romeo and Juliet or something. I don't know. I get lost in names.
Beautiful.
Anyway, it's very fine.
Good to see you, mate. So you're at home like the rest of us, mate? You're not working you haven't been working at school up until the school break, or you've been working from home, or what have you been up to?
No, school holidays at the moment, and
of course, yeah.
I've got 3 strings. I do 3 things. I'm a teacher, I'm an artist, and I'm a pugilist, and that's a boxer. So I do each of those 3 things.
A pugilist.
Yes, Cole. We've been in the gym together, Cole.
Oh, we have, mate. I don't think we sparred. It was me and Keith Hopper that sparred. He only gave me 1 punch and I tapped out. But
yeah, I ran away. You look a bit too tough for me, so I ran away.
Yeah, I doubt that, brother. I doubt that. That was back in the days when I kept myself fit and trim, mate. But I'm too busy now. Too busy. I'm too busy keeping this body looking good, doing nothing.
Oh, Hollywood's going to be calling for sure.
So, mate, life in Maleny, like at the moment, you're currently working out of the Maleny Dairies. You've got your workshop there with the hoppers, is that right?
Yeah, yep. I came to town a number of years ago, and surreptitiously I met Ross and Keith Hopper at Maleny Dairies, and Ross does a bit of freight work too, as well as run a few other businesses. And I got him to transport some crocodiles to the Maleny Wood Show. And out of that and training together with the boys, they eventually said, "Oh, why don't you come and work here?" So these days I do my sculpting up at Maleny Dairies, which is wonderful. They're wonderful people. They look after me. They look after the community, and yeah, it's a great pleasure to be in that environment. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been working up at Maleny Dairies, totally isolated because I'm out in the back of the farm and I'm near no one. So I just hook in and do my work, and I love it. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful place we live in, and the sun's shining every day, and I'm away from everyone, so I'm enjoying it immensely.
That's awesome. They are an amazing family, the Hoppers. I'm not too sure if that's coming up on the screen. Yeah, there it is, there, mate. These are some of your. Tell us what these are, mate.
Oh, when a number of years ago, I was a teacher when I was a young fella, and then I developed a theory of creativity that really worked with students. So I was teaching out west, and I thought if I'm going to teach this creativity theory, I should really go out and do it. So I left teaching and went to the shearing sheds, and I knocked around the Australian bush for a long time. And those paintings are 4 of many paintings I did in my weekends while I was shearing out around Western Queensland and in Southern Victoria. So yeah, I like the outback life. I like traditional artwork. Yeah, so there's some paintings I did years and years ago. Yeah.
So Chris, I met you. I met Chris about. Oh, sorry, Cole. I'll just kind of slip one in there. Oh, look at that one. Right. He's musical as well.
Yeah, I'm learning.
You're learning. Awesome. I met Chris, maybe, I don't know, 20, it could be 20 years ago now, I reckon, in my hometown of Gundawindi. But I was interested to know, Chris, and for people watching, how far is when you're working? Have you travelled around the country much, or is it a lot of Western Queensland stuff, or when you get commissioned for a work or whatever, have you been taken to some pretty cool places? Or
Yes, I travel around. Basically, I didn't go through the fine art route, which is putting consignment work into galleries, because I wanted to work large and do very large sculptures. I focused more on public artworks and commissions, and that's when you have a client and they want something made, and I design and quote and then fabricate and make and install a sculpture, just like I did for Gundawindi when I met you. Yeah, so it's commission work. I mostly work by commission work, or really exclusively these days. And so I've got a client who wants something made, and I just go through a design process with them, draw it all up for them, and then quote them, and then we hook in and we make it.
Yeah, cool.
That was just the other day, though. I just felt a bit Mexican that day, so I was the nude lady in the background was
beautiful,
part of a mother, daughter, sister, wife series. It was all about the love of the female essence, and the love us blokes have for our mothers, the love we have for our daughters, the love we have for our lovers, and the love we have for our sisters. So they're all different forms of love. They're all a bit connected, but they're different too. And that series of sculptures was all about that feeling of how beautiful and wonderful and lovely women are. And they are beautiful creatures, aren't they?
Indeed they are.
So Popeye, where did it come from?
What was that called? Missed that.
Popeye.
Oh, Popeye, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a picture of Willow. So I did a job for John Williamson years ago. I met him. I did a big job for Nudgee College back in the year of the Outback. I called it True Blue. It was a squatting stockman, and then Willow came and sang True Blue at the opening because the sculpture was called True Blue. And ever since then, we've been talking, and we sort of liked each other. And he said, "Come up to Springbrook and make a sculpture up at Willow Shed, where he has his Willow Shed concerts up at Springbrook." And so I went there, and that rock there, and that photo there is a rock he's got around a fire. And he said, "Can you make something out of this?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And he loves Indigenous culture. And so I spent Christmas of 2018 up there with him. And at the end of the sculpture, I said to Willow, I said, "Right, are you happy, mate?" And he said, Yeah, I'm happy, Popeye." And well, he refused to call me Macca because he said, "There's too many Maccas in Australia. You need to change that." And so he called me Popeye after because I smoke a pipe and sculpt his forearms, and he said, I said, "Oh, you happy with the sculpture?" And he said, Yeah. I said, "Right, I'm going to put my moniker on it now." And he goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, that's my signature. I do an MCK." And he goes, "No, I don't want you to do that." And I said, "Rightio, you're paying, so what do you want?" And he goes, "I call you Popeye, so it's got to be something to do with Popeye." So I carved an anchor on the sculpture, and ever since then the sort of nicknames stuck, and so John Williamson was the one who's given me the nickname Popeye, and I'm going with it because people like it and they remember it and it's different, and so Popeye. But I'm happy with whatever people call me, you know.
So your work wouldn't stop now at this time. What's going on around the world at the moment? Your work keeps going on, keeps happening, mate.
Yep. I just keep working. I'm a visual artist, right? So I look at all forms of art and creativity as wonderful. So you're a musician, Cole, but it doesn't keep you just locked into music. Music for me, even though I'm a visual artist, is I like architecture, I like dance, I like visual art, I like landscape design. So for me, all art is a wonderful thing. And it doesn't matter what you do, whether you make a song or create a song, or whether you make a garden, or whether you make a home or a farm like the Hoppers do. If you do it well and with genuineness, the byproduct you get is joy for yourself. And that's the primary goal that I create. There's secondary and tertiary benefits you get, like people compliment you and you can make some money out of it, and people sort of say, hey, you're fantastic about that. But the primary goal is the joy that one gets when one creates, and it doesn't have to be for anyone else. It just can be for yourself. And but for me, music's the greatest art form out. Like, I'm a visual artist, and so that's my bias and my bent. But music reaches all. Music reaches everyone, and not everyone likes visual art, and not everyone likes architecture, and not everyone likes fashion, but everyone loves music of some form. So for me, music is the greatest art form, and so it's a pleasure to be on the show, and I just encourage anyone, especially kids, to make something, do something with your mind and your heart and your hands, and the benefit you get is joy for yourself. So that's my main message.
And it's a great message, mate, because I have always enjoyed, looking at sculptures. There's a photo of you up a ladder with a stockman. Where is that? That the stockman's crouching down. You're looking up at it. Where is that sculpture?
That's at Nudgee College. That's 25 tonne of Grand D granite. Granite's a very hard material, and that was done for the Year of the Outback. Bruce Campbell got Year of the Outback up and running, and so the Nudgee College came to me and said, we run an art show and we've got a bit of money that we like to invest in the school that we make out of the art show, and we'd like to commission you to do a sculpture for the college. So I went through a design process with the college, and this college was founded by the Christian Brothers, and they wanted to educate these young wild boys from the bush, and so that hence the Crouching Stockman, and so it's at Nudgee College in Brisbane.
Mate, well, I've got to say thanks so much for your art. I love what you do. I love what you're putting on Facebook at the moment. You're crafting a horse's head. Absolutely amazing what you do. The torso of the lady is just spectacular.
Thank you, sir.
I love getting up in the morning and I go on your Facebook page and you're sitting there with a coffee and your ideas book. Is that what you call it? Is that your what you're planning to do for the day, or?
Yeah. I basically sit down every morning and have a coffee and set my day. I've taken to playing the ukulele for a while, just to sort of get out of the talking monkey mind. And when you're playing music, your voice stops and you're playing music. So I do that, and then I sit down and I draw ideas, and I just draw lots of ideas. I carry a book with me everywhere I go, and I write ideas down, and lots of them are nonsense and lots of them are silly, and some of them come to fruition into sculptures or paintings, but it doesn't matter. It's the act of creation that makes me feel good. So I do that. I assume musicians do the same. You'll sit down and jam, and you write down tunes or riffs or whatever, and then you write lyrics to it. It's just a process of creating, perceiving the world and experiencing the world, and then doing something with that, with the gifts that you have.
Very true, mate. Very, very true. You got anything you want to ask, Will?
Yeah, I was just, you mentioned Mac is. I follow Mac or Popeye. I don't know what you call you now, mate. But I follow Chris on Instagram too and Facebook. Is it can people follow what you're doing there, mate, or on Instagram, or you have an artist page on Facebook or anything? Or?
Yeah. The best platform for me is I find Insta the best platform for me because it's very visual. It's easy to navigate, and I just refer people. I don't have a website anymore. I just tell clients or whoever, just look at my Instagram account, and you can sort of go deep and see what I've done or what I'm doing. And
so what's the Insta account, mate? Because I follow it. It's pretty good.
my Insta account is all lowercase. It's Chris, CHRIS, _ Macca, MACCA _ Mackenzie, MCKENZIE. And yeah, please follow. It's just me living my life and doing what I do, and happy to share it. And if I may say so, I'd encourage all artists, whether musicians or whoever, that if we share what we do with other people, I think other people are enamored and they think what we do is magic, and it's not. It's just creativity. And the more we share our process with people and we demystify it, the more other people will experience the great joy that we have, whether it's writing a song or creating a sculpture or painting or whatever. And rather than hiding how you do things, share it with people. Just share it with the world, and you'd be amazed at how many other people like what you do and get inspired. And you meet people from all over the world, and it's just the technology is wonderful. E.g., right now, what we're doing, this is fantastic.
That's why you randomly rang me or text me one night here at home saying, "Are you home, Cole? I'm out the front. Come out. The sunset's amazing." And you took my photo out the front of my front lawn with my house in the background, and then you sent me the photo. I didn't know what the hell you're doing, but you took the photo, and I've just gone, "Holy crap, that's a cracking photo of me." And it's got my house in the background and the sunset. You didn't know it. You're on your way down to the brewery. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, I was going for a drink, but I was walking past your house, and the shape of the hill, because I look at shapes and colours all the time, the shape of the hill is a rounded arch, and your house sits up on top of this hill, and it looks beautiful and majestic. And I was walking past over the hill, and I'm taking some pictures and so forth. And then the colour of your house is light pastel green, chalky green sort of colour, and with the golden sunset, it just looked fantastic with the green lawn. And I wonder if Cole's home, and I'd love to get a picture of Cole in front of his house. It'd be magic. So maybe a drawing of paintings coming out of that, hopefully in the long run, Cole. So
I'll look for. I've never had my portrait painted.
Well, yeah, and the photos came out great, Cole. So hopefully there'll be some drawings or paintings coming out of that, and I'll flick them through to you.
Well, mate, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you as a mate. I enjoy catching up with you when we have the boxing gloves on and when we don't. The last time we sat down and had a red wine was around the fire at the Hoppers Farm at the long table dinner we did.
Yes.
And I look forward to doing that in the future, mate. So thanks so much for coming on Housebound, mate. And we'll keep in contact and we'll get you back on again, mate. We might come out if we can and shoot you at your on location and get some stuff while you're doing something out there, mate. And show the people what we'll do that.
And great catch up with you, and it's wonderful that you've invited me on your show. So thank you very much. It's a great pleasure, and your whatever you see in my work, I see back in your work and your work too. Will, the music is amazing. So keep playing, boys, and keep doing what you're doing. It's fantastic. Thanks for having me on the show. Great pleasure.
Thanks,
great
mate.
to see you, mate. Thanks so much, mate. Take care.
Be safe. Be healthy. Stay home. See you, my friend.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's Macca, mate, or Popeye. Nice to have something different on the show, mate. That's just not music. This is what Housebound's about. It's about. Well, we've got some guests lined up that are across the industry coming up real soon, from radio presenters to media to promoters, marketers, right down to people that run streaming companies that can help people stream and get their businesses out there via streaming. So we've got a lot of great artists, but we've also got a lot of great people that are all in this same thing.
Great to have Macca on. Like I said, I actually met him when I was about 8 or 9 years old in Gundawindi. He was doing a piece there, and he used the school running ground where my dad and mum were teaching. I remember that very well, and He actually helped me make a little piece of sandstone, which is at my mum's house now. And I always love listening to his inspirational talk. It's pretty incredible. So great to have him on the show. And good to see you, Macca.
Yeah, very much so. We'll definitely, when we get a chance, we'll go down to his workshop and just to see. Get on his Facebook page. We'll try and share as much as we can on our Housebound page to be able to get a link to Popeye, to Macca, to Chris, and have a look at his stuff. And yeah, quite amazing. But we've got some quite amazing people that are sitting across the Dutch. Is that how you say it? The Dutch. I think we should get them on. We've got 2 segments I'm going to hold until the end of the show, mate. I think what we'll do is we'll get our artist out of the way, and then we can have a bit of fun with the show to finish up with. What do you reckon?
Sounds good, mate.
I know you're nervous about your segment, mate.
Oh,
have you got your tap dance? You got your tap dance shoes happening? Ready? Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm ready. I'm ready. Iced. I guess we've got to remember that Phil and Lana are a couple of hours on. Well,
they're probably in bed by now.
Yeah, they're ready to go to bed. So
they're 2 hours, so it'll be 10 o'clock now.
Oh crap!
So actually, they'll be in their prime. They'll be ready. 10 o'clock. That's just starting gig time. So I reckon we get them on.
And each sticker told a story, where you've been and what you've seen. From Asia through to Europe, USA and Italy. Tarnished corners, tattered armor, a broken buckled mystery. Tired, worn out traveler, you're coming home with me.
Hello.
Hey
guys, how are you?
We've lost you.
We've lost you. We can't hear you.
Don't have us?
You've gone. It's not here.
We're getting a bit of lag, I think. Is that better?
We can't hear you.
You've gone, Cole. Can you hear us?
Yes. I can hear you guys. Am I gone? Am I?
Oh no.
What did you do?
I haven't touched you. I didn't do anything.
No. Can you hear me, Will?
Sign?
I can hear you, Cole.
All right.
Everything's on.
Everything's on. I don't know what to do. What's that? Oh.
I'm going to take him out of the... Hello. Anyway, Will. I'm going to take him take him out, and we'll bring him back. This stuff happens.
It was actually part of rehearsal.
This stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to bring him back in now. Let's see how we go. How we going? Can you hear us now?
Try now.
Yep.
Hello.
No. Sorry, man.
We've heard the whole show.
I'm sorry.
What if they jump back out of the link and come back in?
Yeah. How about jump out of the? Yeah.
They can't.
All right, can they hear you, Will?
I don't think so. I'll just shoot them a message.
They've just sent me a message. They can hear everything. You sending a message?
Yep.
Because what we might do, mate, we might go to let's go to the new segment that is all about cooking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is live entertainment at its best right here. Working on the fly. Hey?
Yeah, it's I don't know what's happened.
I've just see this is multi-platform. We got Messenger here, so I'm messaging our guests who are coming up soon.
This is crazy.
So they're going to try and jump out the link and jump back in, maybe.
I think they just did. That is so funny. Here we go. Let's try now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
We heard the whole show
That's
perfectly.
awesome.
Excellent. How we doing, boys?
Phil and Lana Dublé from New Zealand. Hello.
G'day,
Hi.
Cole. G'day,
Right,
Will.
guys.
Nice to see yous.
We're cold
doing,
and
guys?
tired.
Cold and tired. Thanks for hanging. Oh, thanks so much for hanging up. We appreciate it.
It's been an awesome
hanging,
show.
hanging up.
Yeah, hanging up.
Well, I just made that up then. Hanging up. Hanging up out of bed. I don't know.
That's all good, man. We've got nothing better to do, right?
Yes.
That's the truth of it all now. And how is it over there for you guys? So you guys are in Christchurch, yeah?
Yeah, we're in Christchurch. It's
And
I don't know.
you've
It's
been
a
in
very strange time.
You've been in level 4 lockdown for
This
a month
is the
now.
third week. Yeah,
Third week.
3.5 weeks. Yeah. So yeah, a bit different to what you guys have got. We don't have the luxury of coffee shops and hairdressers. But pretty proud to be a Kiwi, I think, right now with how they're handling it. So yeah, we do what we've got to do, right?
Hey, look, I've got to take my hat off to your prime minister. Is it prime minister? She's not your president. The prime minister for what she's done from the outset to now taking a pay reduction.
It's amazing. She's amazing.
You know, all of that stuff. She is so for her country. You know, and it's sort of, you know, it's disappointing to know that we're stuck here. We honestly don't know where we're going, what's going on with the kids. We can't go here. We might be a little bit less restricted than you guys, but it feels like we are more restricted because it's too many grey areas. We have no idea what's going on. I mean, can we take our kids to the beach and just walk down the beach without copping a $1,600 fine? So I'd rather just be in lockdown, and that's like you guys, and know that's what we have to do and what we've got to deal with. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's pretty much the outings of the supermarket or a walk around the block. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, which is all we need at the moment. Like it's about safety and making sure the elderly and anyone that is at risk at the moment, and you know, just keeping everyone safe.
Absolutely.
Have you guys been maybe been filling your time? Are you in a bit of a studio there? Or is that where you write or record or some?
Yeah. I've been recording a few tracks. Been doing some more writing as well, which is really good.
Cool.
Plenty of time with you know, clear the mind. You guys would know that it's just so much easier once you've got nothing on your mind. You can just let the engines of creation turn, as it were.
And I'm pretty lucky. I still work from home, so my job I could sort of move across and work from home, and we've been doing that for nearly 5 weeks. So just as precautions. So yes, life as usual. We just don't get to socialize and actually travel around the country, and but still keeping pretty busy.
Pretty much, yeah. It's good.
So when did you stop gigging? When did they pull up the venues and the festivals? When was that? Early March?
Mid-March. Yeah, mid-March. It kind of slowly went from, you know, gatherings of 500, so any large gatherings, down to anything 100, and then it was pretty much the next day it was no lockdown, no gatherings. So, and that was all within the space of a few days. So I think within half an hour, 7 months worth of work cancelled. So yeah, it's pretty gut. The biggest thing was I had gigs still booked right up until, because a lot of the venues I had booked were outdoor gigs, like they were, and the venues going, oh no, we're right, we can if we get 500 in, we'll be happy with that. And then it reduced down, and they'd ring and say, look, yeah, we can still do it at 100. And I'm like, oh, but can we, you know? And then the whole anxiety of just watching that money disappear
and then now knowing, or not now feeling, okay, when are we going to come back? Is the music industry going to survive this year? Are we going to be back gigging before the end of the year, or is it going to be early next year that we're coming back? You know, it's really that anxiety of where we're sitting right now, financially, mentally, and physically. So how do you deal with it mentally? What's something that you do to get you through your routine, going to gigs and all that's gone? What is it now that you do to keep yourself fit and healthy mentally?
Just music.
Just do what we can, man.
Playing, writing. Technology is great these days. I don't know how we would have coped, 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
But, lots of co-writing with people all around the world.
I mean,
so it's great.
imagine if the lockdown occurred and we're still using Nokia 3310s. You know what I mean?
No.
I'd reckon I'd be a champion on the snake game.
Snake game, yeah.
I couldn't imagine life. I thought the net would break or something. I really did.
Well, they're pushing it. I got to say that it is. I think it is struggling. I don't think that the heads of the broadband and NBN and all have said that it's coping very well. But I think it isn't. It's lagging here pretty bad. And I don't know what it's like for you, Will. You're on it all day, every day with school.
Yeah, I'm teaching. Yeah, 25 hours ish, around that a week sometimes, and it drops in and out. But how is it in New Zealand, guys? Your internet, it's been sort of overloaded,
pretty
or
patchy? Yeah, pretty patchy. There's these periods when a lot of people are streaming, or that downtime. And then you go to peak, and then everything will freeze, and you can't get on. So you just work around it.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are, you're both very successful artists in your own right. You both released albums. You've both been nominated for awards. You look like you have released an album, Lana, or an EP. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've both been nominated for awards. You're pretty well known in the New Zealand music industry in both country and blues. Is there plans of a collaboration in an album while you're in lockdown? Are you working on that? Is there
2 albums ago that I was doing my solo stuff? I remember pitching the idea to Lana, and we're currently making one as we speak. We are making a collaborative album, but it's just right. I think it's when I've never done a collaborative one before, but I reckon it's probably more to do with trying to write to each other's strengths.
Yeah.
And just see how it goes from there.
And I'm pretty fussy with what we're putting on it and how we do it this time. So so that's making Phil very frustrated because he just wants to get it done and get it out. So it might take us a little bit longer. I'll take the blame for that.
Yeah. It's
nice
not to be in a rush. It's nice not to be in a rush. Yeah.
I agree, and I tend to say this is good timing to be putting an album together because what are we releasing it to at the moment anyway? Here in Australia, we're losing our regional radio stations are shutting down, so we're losing our outlet to play singles. Really? Our Capital News is now not producing the magazines, stopped printing, so we're losing that paper media. So there's a lot at the moment. It's pretty scary here as a country music artist to be releasing anything other than the fact of iTunes, Spotify, and those mainstream streaming platforms. I don't see a point in releasing anything at the moment. Anyway, I think at the moment building something strong to come out at the end of this is going to be amazing. I think we're going to see some amazing music come out early 2021 because people have had time to really work on it.
That's true. That's a very good point. Yeah, I reckon so.
Well, I'm not taking Lana's side, but Phil, I'm still on the fence, mate. You guys can work that out yourself. Well, look, I think it's time we get to hear some songs from you guys. That's why we're here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you take the time to be a part of it. We're going to hand the stage over to you guys, and here's Lana and Phil DeBlay Take it. Give us some stuff, guys.
Thanks, guys.
So the first song we'd like to sing for you, I wrote in January. We were sitting in Tamworth and talking to a good mate of ours, Mr. Adam Kilpatrick, and the reality of life as a farmer, especially over in Australia in the hard times. And so we wrote this song called Farmer's Cry.
To get by, the drought has taken all he has. He's tired of asking why. Abandonedly, he bows his head and prays to anyone. Give me the strength to carry on. All he wants is rain. All he feels is pain for what he can't control. 'Cause the only rain that's falling isn't from the sky. The only rain that's falling is from the farmer's cry. And screams, help me, please. Give me the strength, 'cause I can't. All he wants is rain to save his. All he feels is pain for what he can't control. Falling isn't from the sky. The only rain that's falling is from the farmer's cry. So out of reach. And sunburn so from the sky. The only rain that's falling is from the farmer's cry. The only rain that's falling is from the farmer's
So we're definitely thinking about everyone over in Aussie, you know, all our friends. You guys have been through so much and now this on top of it. So that just goes out to anyone who's having a bit of a hard time. This next one is a bit of a fun song.
Fun you say, yes.
Fun you say. Phil woke up with a line stuck in his head and was determined to get this written. But it's about a naughty husband and the wife getting some revenge. So this is called My Old Man No More.
Came on this evening, smelled of the cheating kind. Flowers, just an empty bottle of wine. Storm clouds rolled in. Asked him one more time, who is she and does she know you're mine? Well, the devil loves a liar. This one is good. There ain't no place in heaven worthless trash like you. Like too short and wise. It's time you spark the fire. My old man, he's my old man no more. Did I just step in? That's what you gonna do when another woman makes a fool of you. He won't see this coming or suspect a thing. This rock soul and nails is gonna stay. Well, the devil loves a liar. This one is good. There ain't no place in heaven worthless trash like you. Like too short and wise. It's time you spark the fire. My old man, he's my old man no more. Well, the devil loves a liar. I learned from the best. I may not get to heaven. You can't guess the rest. There were nothing to it, and the devil made me do it. My old man, he's my old man no more. My old man, he's my old man no more. My old man, he's my old man no more.
See ya, bro.
So we know, even across the ditch, we got the memo that it's Australian Music T-shirt Day. So I've got on Mr. Luke O'Shea. It was a fight between him and Andrew Swift, Ulawala, but I had more of these, so Luke won. So only fitting that we finish with this song. Do you want to introduce it?
Sorry, it's tuning. Yeah, this is written by Jay Farrah and brought out by a band called Sun Volt, and later recorded by KB and the Flood. So I'll try and do it justice. So it goes like this, I hope. Walking down Main Street, getting over the concrete, look looking for a purpose or a neon sign. I would meet you anywhere, western sun meets the air. We'll hit the road, never looking behind. Can you deny there's nothing greater, there's nothing more than the traveling hands of time? Saint Genevieve can hold back the water. The saints don't bother with a tear-stained eye. Seeing traces of the stars that came before, hitting the pavement, still asking for more. When the hours don't move along, worn out wood and familiar songs, to hear your voice, it's not enough, it's more than a shame. Can you deny there's nothing greater, there's nothing more than the traveling hands of time? Saint Genevieve can hold back the water. The saints don't bother with a tear-stained eye. Like the man said, rode hard, put away wet, throw away the bad news, you put it to rest. Learning is leaving, and the truth is state of mind. You find it's better at the end of the line. Can you deny there's nothing greater, there's nothing more than the traveling hands of time? Saint Genevieve can hold back the water. The saints don't bother with a tear-stained eye. Saint Genevieve can hold back the water. The saints don't bother with a tear-stained eye. Woo-woo.
Woohoo! You hear us, guys?
Yeah.
Certainly can. Yeah.
I don't know. This is doing my head in. I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no
It's
idea what's going on.
like a well-oiled machine, guys. This show.
Oh, I don't know. Did that come up? Nice work, guys.
Thanks.
Nice work.
Thanks, Will.
Absolutely
Bloody
beautiful.
hell. Everything I'm getting on my screen is like delayed. So you guys had finished, the ad come on, and I can't see. You guys are talking. I'm like, can you see me? I'm looking. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh wow!
Awesome job, guys. Love having you. Love having you on the show. Amazing songs. And you did a great job of the tear-stained eyes, mate. Fantastic.
You're right, man. Cheers.
And
thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, look, we'll definitely get you back, and as this goes on, hopefully we'll get better at running this show. But that's the beauty of live. You can't get any realer. I'm in my dining room. Will's in his downstairs man cave. Like we're at home. This is us. This is real. You can't get any realer. And
right.
I think we better give them their lockdown 5. Will.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You want to go first, brother?
Movie. What's your favourite lockdown movie, guys?
Oh, we haven't been watching movies. We've been Netflixing
like TV series.
Yep.
We've gone through some.
So we've been binge watching. So yeah, we've done like Blacklist and Roswell,
like the original.
The Tiger King.
Oh no!
Oh, we haven't seen that yet. I want to see that. That's next.
I did. I stupidly went, oh, what's this Tiger King? And I'm gonna be haunted for the rest of my life. My God.
I'm out. No.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. It was actually Troy Kemp put a photo up the other day with a wig on, and it was like his twin brother. It was like Troy Kemp, but a shorter version of him with tigers all around. It was crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It is interesting to see how other people live.
Absolutely.
That's all I can say. It's probably a bit like Roswell. Very mysterious.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the Tiger King. Okay, that's on the to watch list. It's good.
Put it on your plate. All right. What's your lockdown food? What's your go-to food?
Mine's easy.
Yours is easy.
Cheese toasties. Cheese and bacon toasties.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just enjoying being home to cook.
I was going to say, are you cooking more? Do you normally cook as much as you cook now?
No, we're never home normally. There's normally something every night of the week, and then the weekends we're out. So being able to cook and bake and doing all that kind of stuff that I don't normally get to do. So it's quite nice. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep watching the show because I'm gonna show you how to cook something really simple and easy.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying being home. Well, I always cook. So Monday to Thursdays I'm home. So I'm picking up the kids from school. I get dinner cooked. Nell comes home and all that stuff. So I'm pretty much in the kitchen a fair bit. But I'm enjoying being a bit. I made bread for the first time. We're making scones tomorrow for the first time. So yeah, it's good.
That's okay. Look at you. That's cool.
Well, hey, it's easier to say that I'm doing it. What turns out you'll never ever see. So
yeah. Okay.
If it makes it on on Facebook with a photo, you know I've done right. So.
Awesome.
What about your drink? What's your go-to drink?
Coffee.
I've been drinking a lot of Bundy rum. Not rum. Ginger beer. Bundaberg ginger beer.
They're different.
Yeah, nice.
Different scale.
Yeah. Minus the rum.
It needs rum in it. Rum.
Yeah. So you seem dry, mate. I've noticed it's a one-show glass. I'm nearly done.
From a mason jar. Nice.
All right, so what's your lockdown joke? Have you got a lockdown joke?
Okay, I got this. It's not about the lockdown, but it's the most recent one I heard. So, a guy walks into a zoo, and the only animal there is a dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
Oh, I love it.
The tumbleweeds.
I love a good quick joke. Good quick joke.
That's the crickets. All right, Lana. What's your panic buy?
Coffee pods.
Coffee pods. We did too, didn't we?
Yeah, coffee pods. They were the only thing. I
You
was pretty
actually
stocked on everything.
Everyone was racing for toilet. Did you guys have the toilet paper phenomenon?
We did. It was unnecessary.
Not as bad as you guys. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I know 2 chicks in Woolies fighting over a bag of 12 rolls of toilet. Like,
it's made here. It's made in this country. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're the same. Yeah. So it was definitely reduced to levels, but no, definitely not like you guys. That's just crazy.
I went to the shops the other day. We've not needed toilet paper because we've got 2 young boys that this has been good for learning how to conserve toilet paper, because before we'd have to the plumber on fast dial because they'd just block up the toilet with too much toilet paper. But
I was going to say, what are you using then if you don't need it? We haven't needed toilet paper.
Well, no. Well, we already had like 30 rolls when it all went to shit.
All right.
Okay. So we were right. But I go to Woolies now, and because it's been empty, no toilet paper in Mulaney for months. I go out and I pull up at the cash register, and some guy had toilet paper, and I go, "Is it toilet?" You don't even go look there now. Like, it could be fully chocked. I haven't even looked down that aisle because it's just always been bare. So what's your panic buy, Phil?
You haven't done any shopping.
Haven't done any shopping.
It seems me.
Yeah.
What about?
Lana's been taking one for the team to go and do the groceries. I'm no good with that type of crowd, to be honest. I'd start, friggin' pushing people. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But Lana's more patient than I am with that kind of noise. I couldn't do it.
So guitars have been your panic buy, mate.
I haven't bought any guitars.
If one turns up, he's in trouble.
I have been building a couple. That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Building, cool. That's Well, you should take some photos and show us, mate.
Yeah, man. I'll send them through. All good.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, guys, thanks so much for being a part of the show. I'm glad everything is as normal as it can be in the Blay homestead.
It's normal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny. Us musos are pretty used to being recluse. So, other than gigging, we tend to spend a lot of time at home when we're home. So thanks a lot, guys. Look forward to catching up to what you do. Look forward to the collaboration. Always been a fan of your music, a fan of you guys. Love you guys. And Nelly says a big hello and cyber hug. We'll look forward to it. And I guess we're not going to see you this January, I suppose. I don't think too many people would be flying into the country for January this year, this coming festival, because of what's going on.
See what happens.
I think it's too early for them to make a decision if they're going to have the festival cancelled. I think they should hold off at least until August. To be honest, I don't know where it's going to go, and it's a lot harder for you guys to make those decisions because you've got flights and you've got all of that stuff that you've got to factor into coming over. So,
mate, if the borders are open, we'll be there. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Sounds good. Well, we look forward to it. Hey, at the end of the day, even if the festival's not on, I think we should just turn up at the Services Club and just play. Brooksy will have us.
Yeah.
Yep. Have those chips and gravy ready.
That's a deal.
That's it.
That's a deal. No, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Will.
That was awesome, guys. Take care, Ray. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Will. Thank you.
See you guys. Stay safe.
See you.
You too.
Amazing. Absolutely.
Woo! I tell you what, Will, we're running over time again. You're going to get cranky at me again because we're going over by, and we haven't even done your spot. We haven't done my spot yet. Are we going to keep rolling?
Yeah, we can go a bit longer. Let's do it.
Yeah. You know what? What else are we doing on a Friday night? Let's check out some comments. You got a freshie? I've still got about 10 minutes left in me. So
nice.
Let's go to the comments. We've got a few people. Let's click on that. What do you want? What do you think we should do, mate?
Let's watch some funny videos.
All right, mate. What's been happening in the world of Will Day in a day in lockdown, Will? Let's check it out. Hang on. Let's just see if this works. See if we can get this to work. Pressed it.
A day in isolation. Number 1. Awesome intro, Cole. Well done. Yeah, I can't hear you, mate. Are you muted?
I'm still muted.
I think you're still muted.
Open it.
What is it?
Is that? I think we've got another video coming. Oh, that's got crazy. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, talking about that video that just played,
Go bananas! Can you hear me now?
Can hear you now. So when we did like an online order, all these can do that now again, and we could get like 5 bananas in our household. 5 bananas last probably till 11 a.m. So Sky and I'll have one, Ethan will have 2, Sienna will have 1. So they're a bit like that kid when they get a banana in the shopping.
Woo! So that kid there, that was his birthday present.
Yeah, right.
That kid there, that was a birthday present. So that was we've got to thank YouTube for these funny clips. Panic buying, mate. We got that in the show. We asked all our guests about their panic buying. What would be your panic buy? Like I get my meat ordered in.
Yep.
Every year. So my fridge is always stocked with meat. So
yeah, we just get this meat whenever we can, but it's definitely chips. Like, I mean, I'm a chip monster.
Chips. Well, this guy.
That's taking it a whole new level, Cole. Whole new level. I could probably fit a couple of cows in the back of the Pathfinder, I reckon.
That is funny as. Yeah, I think I want to know how he got it in the car. Like,
yeah, that's skill. That's skill. Real skill, like, right?
Is it a trained cow? Like,
Could be.
That's not animation. They haven't just popped that in there.
That's real. Could be a circus cow.
That's real. And by the sound of it, it's in England, so anything's possible in England. And mate, we've got our kids. Have you fallen asleep in a lounge and found something, like woke up going, "Oh, what's that doing?"
Yeah. So sometimes, like, because we got 2 kids that are kind of put food everywhere when they eat, like everywhere. So we have to vacuum. We have to vacuum regularly. Okay. Like our Hoover, our $100 Hoover is like, man, it's paid itself off 55 times now. So when we get to vacuuming, when it's Sky's turn and I'm not vacuuming, she'll find all these chips, like, sometimes scattered around the couch. I've been watching like some Netflix show, binging on Netflix until 11:30, and and sometimes I fall asleep and I end up looking like this guy. And
it's all right. Don't worry.
Going on here.
If he's got a wife, he won't have one anymore, that fella.
I like the Foster's cans in there.
Might be in England if he's drinking Foster's. That's why they seem to drink Foster's. A day in isolation, folks. Woo!
Thanks very much for that, Will. That's very entertaining, my friend. That I'll look forward to next fortnight's bunch of isolation videos that you got.
Let's do it. Look
forward to it, mate. It's been a good show. Like we are having issues with the lagging. You reckon we should go on to the next one? You reckon we should teach him a bit of cooking?
Let's do it.
It's I'm seriously getting my screen's just it's so far behind. I've got to thank everyone for coming on the show, and let's just check out. I'm going to click on this, see if it pops up.
I'm actually pretty hungry. Can you cook something for me, Cole? Or?
I am going to cook something for you now, mate. I'm going to cook definitely something for you now.
I finished my chips. I need some pizza.
First of many containment kitchens of Gold Finley. I'm super excited to be sharing some easy, me. I'm not supposed to be. I'm in the kitchen. Affordable and pretty much what you've got in your house or in your cupboard or in your fridge meals. It's pretty tough at the moment with the restrictions of getting out and about, buying essentials, finding what you need on the shelf, all that sort of stuff. But tonight we're going to show you how to cook flatbread pizzas. Kids love them, easy done, and all you need is some Lebanese bread, some sauce, which is another episode that will show you how to make the sauce base for a pasta base. This is something that we do for about 3 or 4 different meals that we do. Some tomatoes, some grated cheese, some ham, some pineapple, and some mushrooms. Easy as, simple as. Set your oven at about 200 degrees. Get it really, really hot. You see over here, there's another meal that was cooking later on. This is my lamb stew pies. Anyway, back to the pizzas. Flatbread pizzas, simple and easy. So basically, you got your flatbread. You've got your pizza pans. We're going to grab the flatbread pizza. We're going to do this. We're going to get a scoop of the base that we've made base. We're going to do that, and we're going to smear that around. Give it a good that base around there. Now the base that I've made is basically a ton of garlic, leftover veggies, some capsicum, some carrots, some onions, all that sort of stuff. Give it a good coat. Right, now, cheese. Good little bit of layer of cheese around the base. This is now the best part, some ham. Now you all know how to make pizzas. You make it all, any flavors you want. You can add your chilies, you can add your olives, you can add whatever you want. This is such a simple dish, and it's really exciting to try different flavors and to get rid of stuff out of your fridge, like your olives and stuff that you don't eat all the time. Tonight, we're doing these pizzas for the kids, and their favorite is ham and pineapple. They don't like to vary too much off that, so we try to stick to the ingredients that they like. Get your pineapple finely chopped, freshly bought from the local producers down here on the Beerwah Landsborough Road near the Puma service station. If you ever go on through, there's a little fruit shop right next to the Puma service station. It's got the most amazing fruit and vegetables. So that's your ham and pineapple. Grab your thing. Right. A little bit nervous. First I'm doing this show this, and then top it with a little bit more cheese on top. Okay, then grab it,
chuck it on your pizza tray and into your oven. That's your ham and pineapple. So now we're going to do Mama Bear's, Nellie's, and she likes some mushroom and some tomatoes on hers. So same deal again. Grab a spoon of the tomato base sauce, smear that around, right out to the edges. You want a good coat on it, but you don't want to overcoat it because it will make the flatbread go really soggy. So you just want to put it there for flavour. All right. So again, the homemade tomatoes, just chunks of tomato, capsicum, onions, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'll show you. We'll have a containment kitchen on how to make the tomato sauce, because that sauce you can put it with pasta, you can put it with anything. Layer of cheese, just a thin layer, because this is sort of like an undercoating of the pizza. It goes with it. Right. The mushrooms, lay it out. Your tomatoes. So we use cherry tomatoes. I just cut them in half. I just place them around. Now, one of these pieces, I generally cut it into your triangles, and I have 2 pieces left over from each pizza that the boys get for lunch the next day. So they don't get the whole pizza. I eat a whole one. That's why I look so good. Then we've got the tomato. So yeah, I cut it all into, your halves and your quarters, and I keep 2 aside, both the boys, and that's some lunch for them tomorrow. Your ham. Sprinkle it over like that. What? Pineapple. Oh, that's smelling good, that. Lamb stew pie, that is a whole nother show there. There's your pineapple. And then coat. Okay. Right, there's Mum's tomato and mushrooms. And in that goes. Now, so there you go. That's my flatbread pizzas, containment kitchen. I hope you enjoy our new show, Housebound, and it's been exciting to bring a new show to you guys. So see you next fortnight for another episode of Containment Kitchen.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum. I'm full.
Just ducked out from the kitchen, knocked up a couple of pizzas. I got to probably maybe film it at night time, so it looks like I'm actually cooking during the show.
Can you send me a virtual slice?
Could you imagine the cock up would have if we're doing it live?
Good stuff.
Been a good show, Will. Been good hanging out with you, mate. And I've got to thank everyone. We got a ton of messages from people. We're sorry we don't get to really interact with too many people. It's for some reason it's lags but yeah, look, thanks from everyone that's popped in to say good day. Have a look at the show. Please share it with your friends. Let your friends know. We'll be back again. I've got a Wednesday show now going to happen Wednesday mornings, which is like a preview for the next upcoming show. You've got a show happening Sunday week, Will.
Yep.
Your first live Will Day show.
First live feed since lockdown, I guess. There's been lots happening on Facebook, but I thought it'd be time for me to do one and play some music. I'm looking forward to it, mate. So next Sunday, time TBC, but I'll put it up on Facebook so you'll see the time and everything, and hope some people can join me. And I'll be taking requests, and yeah, so
we'll share it and let people know what's going on. So yeah, mate, it's Anzac Day next week. So Wednesday I'm going to do an Anzac Day special and give everyone a heads up of what's happening. Probably do some songs myself. So HouseBound, we're doing a breakfast show on Wednesday morning. We'll be putting up a thing. If Will's up early enough, I would love to get him up for a coffee, quick chat, maybe talk about his show.
I'll be up, mate.
And look forward to it. Thanks so much, everyone. We're going to go out with every show from now on. We're going to release it, let everyone know what's new out there in the music world. And at the moment, Casey Barnes' new album has come out today.
Awesome, congrats, Casey.
Yeah, it's hopefully doing great guns. He's live tonight as well. So there's my 1,000 fans gone. Yeah, so did you hear that then?
Yes.
Did you hear that? Casey, settle down. So we'd like to thank everyone for coming on. Thanks, Will. Thanks for being a part of it, mate. Sorry for going over time. I know you should be upstairs with the kids and doing what you do normally.
Thanks, Cole. Thanks to everyone that to everyone that played, and Chris or Popeye.
Yes.
So
for Fiona and Mark, thanks so much for being a part of the show. Phil and Lana, Chris, Popeye, Mackenzie, thanks so much for being a part of the show. We've got some great artists coming up. We've got Sally Ann Winton from Tamworth. We've got Goodwill Remedy from Brisbane, man. Another great band.
They're awesome.
Coming up next week. And yeah, lots of stuff. We've got a Nashville show special coming up in a few weeks with some friends from Nashville. We've got Young Stars special coming up with some young up-and-coming artists that's coming up very soon. We've got some great shows up ahead. So please put this aside. We might have to change the time, I think. There's a lot happening on a Friday night, but we'll work on that. Let us know. Let us know if there's a better time for you guys that are watching for us to air it. So let's go out. Sparks Fly, Casey Barnes off the new album.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Here he is, folks. I'm going to say goodnight. Take care. All the best. Let's go out with the big fella himself.
Damn girl, you're in my head, heart beating out of my chest. Baby, you got this man wanting more. Hey, now I must confess, you're killing me in that dress. We all know what comes next. Hey, damn right we do. When I took her to the floor, we got swinging back and forth, sipping whiskey from the same glass, buzzing up the tab. Oh man, I think I love ya. Sparks fly 24/7, doesn't matter where I go with you. All night, talking about nothing, just a bottle and a backseat juice. Yeah, you wake up and your Insta ready. What we got, don't be, don't let it. I light up like the 4th of July when your lips meet my sparks fly. Sparks fly. You're a perfect 10. Baby, you know I'm in. You got me sink or swim if you want it. Hey, now I must confess, you're killing me in that dress. We all know what comes next. Yeah, damn right we do. When I took her to the floor, we got swinging back and forth, sipping whiskey from the same glass, buzzing up the tab. Oh man, I think I love ya. Sparks fly 24/7, doesn't matter where I go with you. All night, talking about nothing, just a bottle and a backseat juice. Yeah, you wake up and your hands still ready. What we got, don't be, don't let it. I light up like the 4th of July when you get sweet like the stars fly. Stars fly. You and I, we are diamonds in the sky, lighting up like neon lights. All eyes on us, all eyes on us. When it comes to you and me, it's like electricity.
When you touch me, I get weak. Come light me up, come light me up. Come light me up. Sparks fly 24/7, doesn't matter where I go with you. No, all night, talk about nothing, just a bottle and a backseat you. Yeah, you wake up and your it's so ready. We got the complete already. No ride up like the 4th of July. When your lips speak fire, sparks fly. When your lips speak fire, sparks fly. Sparks alive, sparks fly. Sparks